Guy Rules here? Question mark. This is my first YouTube stream, so you guys will have to let me know if everything is working. So I'll just give the chat a second to let me know if I'm here or not. If you are just joining us, and I mean, some people were here for a while to chat, but I'm doing a live TV log on the Adventure Time episode that aired today, Varmints. It aired about a half hour ago. Let's see. Okay, looks like I'm here. Yeah, I wanted to try out. Oh gosh, I wanted to try out doing live TV logs so that I could get you guys involved, so we can just kind of watch the episode, not together, but just kind of react to the episode together, I guess. Can we get a close-up of the SpongeBob poster later? I'll be reading off some comments in the chat here if you're watching this post-mortem. So, wow, there's a lot of people in the chat here. So yeah, we're just gonna try to keep it focused on that Adventure Time episode. Please keep all questions like on topic here. So yeah, this was the second episode of season 7 of Adventure Time. If you've been following my channel for the past year, you know I have a very love-hate relationship with Adventure Time, kind of. Lately, I've been a little bit down on season 6, and I even said that I wasn't going to watch the show anymore. I can't stay away from this show, apparently, and if it kind of gets to the point where I'm getting sick of these episodes, like I was with season 6, I probably will actually stop watching the show. But after they announced stakes, I kind of wanted to come back to the show, and I didn't even realize that they were airing new episodes this week. That's how weird this is. They just kind of all of a sudden dropped this on us that there's a bunch of new episodes. I mean, I don't know. I don't really watch Cartoon Network Live so much. I watch a lot on the online. So I didn't know that there was going to be season 7 this soon. And I'll probably talk about my feelings about the first episode at some other point. But I wanted to talk about this episode. I got my notes here. And feel free in the chat to talk about how you think this episode went. If you saw it, I feel like there's a lot of people in here that have no idea what I'm talking about or didn't watch the episode. But yeah, this was actually the first episode in a while that I can say that I am pretty positive on. I really enjoyed it, actually, and it's surprising because it's not. I don't know. I just didn't expect it. It's an episode that doesn't have Finn and Jake in it at all, which is even kind of still a little bit strange because I don't know if you guys can hear there's noises outside. Because even in a lot of episodes that they don't have a major appearance in, they still kind of cameo. But this time, just none of that whatsoever. This was purely Marceline and Bonnabelle. I guess we're calling her Bonnabelle now because she is no longer Princess of the Bubblegum. So yeah, I lost my train of thought for a second. So yeah, this was all them, and that was actually pretty cool. Like, my problem with a lot of these episodes that aren't about Finn and Jake is that they aren't about like any character we know. They'll introduce something like Jake's tail or Shelby's tail or Root Beer Guy or whatever, and the characters that we know and love will either be completely absent or play very, very minor roles. And it's like, I don't mind if it's not Finn and Jake, as long as you give us some characters that we can at least relate to. Adventure Time seems to be losing appeal since the show never shown between season 6 and 7. That's interesting, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's the show kind of seems to be dying down in terms of like popularity, or it's possible Cartoon Network is like just kind of letting it pass and letting all this new talent like We Bare Bears and Steven Universe and Clarence, although not all those are very new, but the stuff we've gotten in the last year or two, kind of letting that stuff get a chance to shine. Well, and definitely Teen Titans Go has a very big chance to shine, and Adventure Time's kind of just been on the down low. So I don't know if that means, I mean, considering how much they've thrown into like making stakes become something special whenever that pops up, I would assume that Cartoon Network's kind of got a plan for revitalizing the series in some way. But back to this episode in particular, it almost feels like it's somewhat of a sequel to one of my favorites, What Was Missing. At the beginning of the episode, Marceline hums the song she sings from that episode. And then this episode is just about those two kind of bonding while they're fighting this unusual monster. And I'm going to be honest, I was never really one that was big on the whole Marceline Bubblegum ship, even after it's apparently been confirmed by word of Marceline's voice actress. But after this episode, I gotta say, I can kind of see it now. I still think their relationship works just as well if you consider them old friends. But honestly, I can kind of see by the way they're portraying the characters and the body chemistry, there definitely is something there between them, and they play off of each other very well. So let's see what else. I like the opening where at the very beginning, Marceline comes in on the King of Ooh, and he's in Bubblegum's dress for some reason, sleeping in her bed, and he's all creepy about it. Like that's a pretty funny way to open the episode. And then I like how I like the Varmints. For some reason, I thought that they were going to be like literal mints, like actual mint monsters that were eating her pumpkins just because of the pun. But it wasn't that. They were like teeth creatures, which pretty cool. Like they're just cool design, and then they fight the teeth creature queen, I guess, or the mother of them all. The location that they go to, the rock candy mines, is a cool location. I mean, it is a lot for a lot of the reasons that I like. What Was Missing, this episode also shined in the same way. I think it had a cool location. It had a very bonding theme, but it also was more about just characters talking. It had action. It had a unique monster, and it kind of had a point. And I think the point of this episode was to really kind of break Bubblegum, to really finally peel back the layers of who she is and show that she isn't so above it all like she kind of shows herself to be a lot of the time, especially after what happened in, what was it, the Red Throne? No, not the Red Throne. Whatever the episode was where Bubblegum invades Flame Princess's kingdom and breaks her statues and all that, especially since that episode, and also like Apple Wedding and stuff, Bubblegum's been not particularly likable. She's been very obnoxious, and we've gotten several episodes where it's supposedly like the end of Bubblegum being a creepy, overbearing spy on her citizens, but it never really seems to stop. And since she is no longer in control of said citizens, it kind of it's fitting to kind of have her hit bottom and finally admit that she's kind of messed up and stuff. Let's see, the gun that turned the varmint into the battery was so Adventure Time right there. Yeah, like that's cool. That was another cool thing too. Bonnabelle's gun, like the gun that she can split it into two, and like she can use it to turn things into batteries. That would be a very convenient gun to have, to turn your enemies into a power source. That would be pretty awesome. And which at a part in the cave when they first encounter the mother of the varmints, when there's like all these hands reaching up on the cliff, I'm like, they're in a crystal cave and there's like all these hands coming up. Is this going to be like a gem fusion from Steven Universe? Am I being punked right now? Yeah. What else? Marceline's powers, I'm very confused at how they work. I guess she's just a shapeshifter now. Has she always been? I know she's been able to turn into like several different monsters, but I know she's a vampire and a demon, but that's just kind of weird. It's kind of seems almost like she's getting powers as the plot demands, which is a little bit on the lazy side. But I mean, hey, it was cool for the most part. And for this episode, I like the kind of, I don't know, I guess just the kind of thing they went with at the end. For once, it didn't feel like it was supposed to be this giant preachy message of, philosophy and all this. It just kind of felt like a more subtle message of Bonnabelle breaking down, which is cool because, it's, if one of the worst things you can do in an episode is take a character that's likable and just kind of ruin that character, then one of the best things an episode can do is take a character who you're not particularly fond of and make you sympathize with them. You know, if you're able to do that, then you're pretty good there. So let's see, what else? Do I have anything else here? There was some actual fighting. We don't really get that much actual fighting at Adventure Time these days. But that was cool. So what did you guys think? Any comments here? I see a lot of off-topic stuff in the chat. I'm not a big fan of the Princess Bubblegum characteristic because it's something I've seen in other stories, and the things she does before makes too annoying, like Rattle Balls being the only one and keeping the banana guards. Yeah, oh yeah, that's the other episode where Bubblegum really kind of went off the rails as Rattle Balls, where she commits robot genocide. So it's cool that they're finally. I hope this is like a turning point for her character. Let's see. Anything else, guys? Is that a giant milk jug? No, it's just water. All right. Well, if that's it, thank you guys for joining me. I'd like to do more of these live TV logs. I don't know how this went. I'll be assessing it afterwards. I'm not super sure that everyone that came out saw the episode, which kind of defeats the purpose of a lot of this. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for chatting with me and watching. I will be doing a lot more live streams in the future, not just for TV logs, but also question and answer live streams and game playing live streams on Twitch. So look out for that. Thank you guys for coming out. PIEGUYRULZ.